It's showtime. What's up, everybody? It's a beautiful August 17th, 2023. It's Thursday. It's 8:30 p.m. So giving you guys a nice little late night live at a slightly earlier hour by about 1 hour, to give some of the folks that got to be in bed early a chance to watch. I know that there were some people that have reached out to me about doing it just a bit earlier. And I said, you know what? Let's do it this week. Let's do it at 8:30. Let's rock with it a little bit early. Hey, shout out to the people in the chat that bet the over to me being late. I really wasn't too late, though. I was about a minute late today. That's not awful. That's not too bad. We got tons of comments in the chat, man. I'm just trying to catch up on seeing. Yeah, the Bob right here. I remember you had mentioned this to me. The elusive O'Malley pick. We'll get into all the fights real soon. We're coming out real soon with the heat. Daniel Covert, you're back attacking Finch, I see in the chat. The minus 375 to be late. I guess it was accurate. You would have hit on the bet. What's out, Yes Freak, my guy in Scottsdale? What's happening? Hey, pretty solid time. I said that I was going to get here on time. I guess I technically was slightly late, but I'm not too pissed. Garry O'Malley parlay, tap in on DraftKings. 100% boosted odds. I think it hits. I think it probably hits. I think it hits. Yo, what's up, bro? Glad you're catching the stream. I appreciate you. Yo, what's happening? Letting a few people join in as we get set up with a Q&A, and then I'll get into the fights. Alger getting a knee to the head when he's going for a takedown. Sean O'Malley for the win. You guys know I'm picking O'Malley. O'Malley head kick. I like this call. What's up, Rod? How you doing? What's happening? What's happening, everybody? Much love to you guys. Appreciate everybody tuning in to the late night live at a pretty solid time. I'm going to throw the poll up for the first fight, and then I'm going to get into it in just a moment. I'm looking forward to talking about some of the matchups that I haven't officially broken down yet, like the Ultimate Fighter finale, Gibson, Katona, and obviously Blackshear. Actually, I kind of broke that down on this week's Best of MMA Bets versus Bautista, but it'll be nice to reiterate it with that because, that was more betting specific. All right, poll is up for the first fight of the night, and then we're going to jump into this thing, man. I got everything locked and loaded. I push one button. We got the tail of the tape on screen, so make sure you guys smash the likes if you haven't and show some love. Support the channel. Subscribe if this is your first time here. And let's get into the late night live. I want to talk about these fights. I want to get your guys' takes. Let's start it off with the first fight, and then we'll work our way on up to the main event. And now Bottom Feeder asked me a question real quick. I'm wondering when is the best day to post content for upcoming UFC cards? You notice any days in specific that generate more impressions? Get it out on Sunday. Monday is like your second best option. But if you can get picks up on Sunday, that'd be great. All right, let's get it. First fight, we got Karine Silva, Maryna Moroz. I have been picking Karine Silva to avenge her loss to Maryna here. I think she's going to be the clearly stronger woman, and I feel like she's more dangerous in the stand-up. And on the floor, I expect her to have a fair amount of control on Maryna Moroz. So Karine Silva for the win in this fight. They fought once before. If you look at that fight, Moroz obviously hit a nice armbar, but she looked out-muscled on the ground. It was a raw Karine Silva. Now Silva is known for her X factor, her submission game. I'm thinking that Silva ends up winning it on the judges' scorecards. Now, it's not impossible that she did finish a Maryna Moroz. Let's see. Maryna Moroz Tapology. I don't believe she's ever been finished, at least not off the top of my head. Yeah, 0 losses by sub. Never been submitted before. At the end of the day, she's also not fought this prime version of Karine Silva. Silva's probably going to look for a finish since, in their first fight, she got finished off, but I think more likely she gets it on the card. So give me Karine Silva to win her first fight by a decision. I think she recognizes the tall task in front of her, which is a girl that beat her in the past. So I'm riding with the side of Karine. You think Moroz is a live dog? I guess I get it because she has a win over Karine Silva in the past. I see maybe the argument towards that side. As of right now, the chat is strongly in favor of Karine. Minus 155, Karine Silva. Moroz is a plus 135 underdog. Karine Silva, honestly, not a horrible line. I like it in a parlay with Weili. We'll talk a little bit about parlays at the end. But looking here at Silva by decision is plus 260. And then a Silva by submission is only plus 200. The fact that Maryna Moroz has never been finished as a professional fighter before, and I'm only seeing a plus 200 line for her to win by submission, I just don't even want to play it. Value, in my opinion, not there, comparable to the likelihood. You love me, but when Sterling chokes O'Malley, I'm going to say this: you're obsessed with doubting and picking against Aljo, and I'm so glad you ate your words. Hey, and when the opposite happens, I'm going to say, I told you so, baby. I told you so. Sean O'Malley, lock. No, Sean O'Malley's not the lock. It's Chito Barito, Chito Vera. I think Silva's got it too, man. Yeah, at the press conference, Garry was going off on Neil Magny. At the start, I thought he was doing awesome. And then when he wasn't letting Neil answer any questions, I was like, all right, this is slightly a little bit on the more annoying side. Let Neil at least get a couple words in. Maybe there'll be some good back and forth banter. But he was kind of just constantly cutting him off, which was not my personal favorite style. But at the beginning, it looked like he was going to have a McGregor-esque press conference. You dropped O'Malley 6 to 7 times, LOL, with little effort. Jan dropped O'Malley 6 to 7 times. I don't think he dropped him 6 to 7 times. Aljo's going to ragdoll Sean. Everybody's doubting O'Malley. Everybody thinks O'Malley's just some fucking salami to get ran through. Aljo by sub. Sterling destroys him on the ground. All right. We'll see. We'll see. He definitely got in Neil's head. It worked. His strategy maybe has Neil Magny coming out throwing heavies, and then Garry, pow, sits on some shots and puts his lights out. I'm calling a knockout. Cheeto Burrito, bro. I'm riding with him. I mean, yeah, Weili, in my opinion, is a parlay piece lock. I said that, like, if the odds were better, I would have said she's a lock. Let's go, AJ. Hype for the breakdown as always. Fuck yeah, I appreciate you. Listen, I think he's got more confidence than he's, maybe saying in those interviews you've seen. O'Malley sniper shot. He was a little bit douchey with the attack. He was all over him, just constantly digging into him, I'm like, listen, I like the shit talk. I'm a big proponent of talk shit to your opponents. Yes, I'm down for it. But I do prefer that you don't constantly cut them off. Like if Conor McGregor was going back and forth with whoever the fuck, he's going to cut them off at points, but he'll still let them get some words in. And I think that Garry was kind of going the like annoying Call of Duty trash talk, or like, I don't know if you guys have been on Omegle where you just fucking roast them on Omegle and you just keep talking, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. Nobody lets anybody get a word in. Think he wins this fight. You like Magny. Holy shit. Hey, thank you, the Bob. I'm glad you're loving it. Let's keep running up the card. I'm going to close out the poll here. Of course, the chat is on Karine Silva. Not surprised. I'm not surprised, motherfuckers. I'm not surprised at all. Silva, people's pick for the first fight of the night. And let me start moving on up to our next fight. We got another Silva in the next fight on the card. Right, here we go. Poll is up for the next one. Yo, what's up, Zohan? Good to see you. Hey, I like your calls, dude. I like your calls a lot. Tomek, O'Malley, bro. O'Malley. Yeah, I have a whole parlay section at the end. We'll talk parlays at the end of this thing. Next fight on the card. Let's move up to it. Andrea Lee and Natália Silva. So essentially here you have a young prospect on the come up who honestly has a really clean win over Jasmine Jasudavicius, who beat Miranda Maverick. And then if you dig into it and you talk MMA math for a second, Miranda Maverick has a controversial decision loss to Macy Barber. Macy Barber, kind of a controversial / close-ass win over Andrea Lee. We start digging into it. X plus B equals fucking C. Natália Silva for the victory. Now, at the end of the day, fuck MMA math. The stylistic matchup here, I like for Silva. She's the better grappler. I think she dictates where the fight takes place, and she is going to have faster hands and more power in her punches. I think that she's in for a tough fight against an experienced Andrea Lee, a girl who's very difficult to put away. But Natália Silva should win in this fight here. Hard 3 rounds, Natália Silva for the W. I am pretty confident that she does pull it off. But of course, the betting side of things on this fight, you can see it on screen, around minus 330 for Natália Silva. I'm seeing her as low as minus 310 at Bet Online, to Andrea Lee at plus 260. This is the biggest fight of Natália Silva's career. She's 26 years of age, 8-year age difference. That's obviously going to favor the younger fighter. I do believe Silva wins. I'll say she gets it on the cards. The over 2.5 minus 200 here. Silva to win by a decision, which is going to be, what I'm officially calling, is plus 120. I think that there's going to be toughness from Andrea Lee, and Silva ends up pulling it off. I think 30-27, but like 29-28 wouldn't be crazy. You don't think she looks that well? Hey, tune into the weigh-in show. We'll check her out on the scale and see. I don't think that Silva will gas either. I think she's going to be on her all night. 30-27. Ooh. I'll lean yes. Let's say yes, because I think it's going distance. You think there's a donation to Vegas? I mean, it's a wide line, bro, but it's more of a parlay piece. Anyone betting O'Malley's going to lose? Hey, come back here when O'Malley wins. What's the accent that I got? Like, you saying I'm putting one on or just in general, bro? The accent that I have. It's the AJ DeVito accent. The one and only. It's a mix of a Canadian, Boston, and Italian accent blended with my own twang. O'Malley's not even bad, but any shot O'Malley throws except straights is going to get caught by Aljo, and Aljo goes for body locks, and O'Malley's going to be limited. I'm excited to see how they look on the feet. Yeah, it is Boston in there, but then if you hear people that are like living in Boston, and then you compare it to mine, like I don't even sound like I'm from there. People sometimes think I'm from Brooklyn, New York. They think I'm from fucking Brooklyn. All right, Natália Silva. We got double Silva picks on the card. 92%, 91% of the people are on Natália Silva. So double Silvas to start off the card. What do you guys think? Is a Silva v Silva parlay going to cash? Or does the Silva v Silva parlay fuck shit up? Let me know in the live chat, bro. I sound like the Bronx. I hear New York a lot. People say, yo, you sound from New York, dude. I don't really know, man. I just have always talked pretty similar to this. It's that hat. The hat like adds to my accent somehow. Sounds like Jersey accent. I'll take a Jersey accent. Listen, I like Jersey Shore. All right, let me throw up the poll for the next fight on the card. From Jersey, hey, well, shout out to you in Jersey, cowboy. Petroski. Meerschaert. I don't know why when I hear Meerschaert, I think of just shart. Like, if you're going to shart your pants, you fucking sharted. You're Meerschaerted. Hopefully, Gerald Meerschaert doesn't shart himself with Petroski here. I hope not, because you guys know in this next fight, I'm picking Gerald Meerschaert to beat Andre Petroski. I think he'll pull off a submission here. I think he can get a neck. Petroski's a strong motherfucker, for sure. Strong, dangerous, heavy on top, sure. But at the end of the day, Gerald Meerschaert, I think, has more effective strangles for certain. He's a better finisher at a higher level. At the end of the day, let's just say it straight up. Petroski's UFC competition hasn't been that good. Let's look at his UFC wins. Michael Gilmore, no longer in the promotion. Hugh Yazong, I don't think he's in the promotion. He's 3-2 going into that fight. Nick Maximov. Okay, beating Maximov, who was undefeated at the time, was pretty good. And then Wellington Turman, that's an okay win. And then I got Meerschaert on the other side, who's been in there with high level, win over Bruno Silva, took out Dustin Stutzfus, obviously not a great win there. He looked okay, but beating Mukhmad Muradov is a solid W. Fabinski at the time, I think, had a little bit of hype behind him. Beat the round win, Trevin Giles. At the end of the day, there's like a 25%, 50% resume jump for Meerschaert. I think he can catch a neck of Petroski. I know Petroski's strong as fuck. I know Petroski's got good wrestling, but his stand-up is limited. He mostly throws hooks and overhands. He doesn't really have, crazy finishing ability. I know he's been competing in a lot of jiu-jitsu, for sure. But I think that Meerschaert can strangle him. I think Meerschaert gets a W here. This is a good matchup, I feel, for him. You like Petroski to win? I respect you on the other side, dude. That's funny as shit. That's funny as shit. Motherfucker. I'm Cheeto. Bitch. Fuck you. Okay? I fight O'Malley. I fuck this guy. I don't give a shit. Whenever I trust Jared, he pulls a shitter. Let's see if he breaks the curse, because I trusted him with Piper and I shit the bed. So yeah, I'm going Meerschaert for the win. Obviously, the chat is on Petroski. There's no surprise from me there. I knew that you guys would probably jump on the Petroski side. Oh, and we got a dono in chat. Jason Tolentino, the Italian stallion. Holy shit. I enjoy your content, AJ. Keep up the good work. Thank you, man. I really appreciate the donations. They help me out a ton. So thank you so much for those donos supporting the channel. And I appreciate the kind words too, man. I'm glad to have you as a fan, a loyal one. And I like your last name, dude. I like the O at the end. Talentino. Oh. Appreciate that, man. I appreciate the support. All right, Petroski's winning the poll, but I'll bring up the odds first. Petroski is a minus 220 favorite to Meerschaert at plus 185. I like Meerschaert to win by submission here, plus 250. Yeah, I'm going Meerschaert sub. The money line is the best side. Because what if he goes out there and ended up winning the decision? You'd be kicking yourself. But probably he's got to lock up a neck. I'm going to say a strangle. I'm going to strangle, dude. Hey, I'm glad to hear that you're liking that. Some people have been asking me, they're like, yo, can you do it earlier? I've had questions in chat. Lee Lai, maybe you're one of them. But I know there's some. And I'm glad that you are here. I'm glad that the people like it a little earlier. I'll continue to do it at 8:30 as opposed to 9:30 if that's what the people like. It's all going to be what you consider it to be. But for myself, I like to use the 100, bro. The 100 for sure. The 100, baby. Are you saying you're not a fan, bro? Is that what you're telling me? You're saying you're not a fan. I'm calling them fans. You guys, at the end of the day, supporters, my people, the community. Viewers, that's a weak word, man. That doesn't give enough respect to the passionate folks of this channel. Here's to the AJ O'Malley loss GoFundMe. Hey, here's to the Dubski, all right? O'Malley. And I'm going to be saying it, O'Malley, like Snoop Dogg did. So fuck yeah. Let's go O'Malley. Thank you for the $1.99 though, the Bob. I appreciate you showing support. Much love to you, dude. My pick is Meerschaert. As far as the people in chat, they like a side what? Petroski, 62%. Why do I dislike Aljo? I really don't dislike Aljo. Like, it's just I pick against them, dude. I just pick against Aljo. I've picked against him for a long time, and I continue to pick against him. Thank you, Cowboy, for saying you're a fan. Yeah, we're going Meerschaert here, and let's keep running up. I'm going to throw the poll up for the next fight. This next one's the Ultimate Fighter Bantamweight Finale. All right. All right, poll is up, and let's keep running up the card. It is Brad Katona, Cody Gibson. You know, I was really leaning Brad Katona, but I will tell you this. I don't like his performance recently on The Ultimate Fighter. I thought that with Valiev, it was a coin flip, and I thought the fight before that, the name is totally escaping me, the opponent. But regardless, I thought it was way too close for comfort, and Katona is literally just looking to control. Cody Gibson can wrestle, and he's more dangerous, I believe, than Brad Katona is. And then compile a height and reach advantage that I think is substantial here, 4 inches in height. What do we got? 5.5 inches in reach? That's a good difference, man. That's 6.5 inches in reach, right? 6 inches flat. What am I? 64.5, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71. Holy shit. That's crazy. That's 7 inches in the reach. We got way more reach on the side of Cody Gibson, right? We got like 6.5 inch reach advantage. It's damn real because Cody Gibson is no slouch of a fighter. I mean, I know Brad Katona's record is nice here, 14-2, but damn, he's like the Mr. Snooze Fest. let's see Katona's recent wins here, right? Gamzat Magomedov decision. I mean, these are, pro wins. He's on a 4-fight streak, and there's good opposition. Cody Gibson on the other side. The loss recently to Ray Borg in fucking 2022 is the only thing that sits on me bad. But you know what? Him beating John Dodson. I remember that fight. I was like, no fucking way John Dodson lost. I think it's a competitive fight, man. And I feel like I got to fade Brad Katona. I don't think he does the double call. You got Katona decision. The weigh-ins are a big factor for me with this fight here because we're watching these guys, fight throughout the Ultimate Fighter show, and they're not in optimal camps. They're not in optimal shape, but they're able to pull it off. Or like, I literally before this fight was like, yo, coin flip. It's like, I guess I'm picking Cody Gibson, but it's more out of my disdain for the Katona lay and pray. I'd rather go Cody Gibson and be wrong than go Brad Katona and be wrong. You see what I'm saying? I think Cody Gibson's a more dangerous guy. Katona's the favorite, I think, because of winning the Ultimate Fighter previously. Cody Gibson was somebody that I remember early in the UFC run with some heat. I think Brad sleeps him. Let's see what the odds are looking like here. -160 Katona, +140 Gibson. I think I'm picking the underdog. Check out my post weigh-in breakdown for this because I really want to see how these guys look facing off. I'm just feeling like Gibson could end up winning because I think he can match the wrestling, and then he has a decent stand-up game as well. But then Brad Katona snooze fest decision ends up. It's possible. I really don't like a bet on this fight at all. I know it's +140 for Gibson, so if you want to go dog, but he's a 35-year-old bantamweight, for fuck's sake. Holy shit. Katona, I don't really know why he's -160. To me, it's a pick'em fight. I think it's really close. And then you got to factor in the size advantage for Gibson, youth advantage for Katona. Fucking hell. What the fuck? This fight's one of them, man. This fight's one of them that I say, betting-wise, I'll sit on the sidelines. I'll go Gibson as a dog for now and ride with him. But yeah, not a matchup that financially I want to back. I will rather sit back and watch. I think probably it goes over. I think there's a real chance this one goes decision. Brad Katona's got the 14-2 nice record, but at 28, Cody Gibson's been in there with some dogs, man. In a recent win over John Dodson, I got to say, that's quite impressive. We'll ride Cody Gibson. People in the chat are slightly on Katona, though. I get why you guys like Katona here. Katona's got the dog in him. He's a fucking dangerous guy. Like, he's actually, dangerous is not the word. He's a guy that doesn't stop. That's the truth about Katona. His gas is there. 35 and 135 might be for the angle for the loss. Yeah, but Cody Gibson is a skinny dude. I think he'll be on point. We'll wait. Bro, this is a really interesting match. I think back to the Hunter Azure loss for Katona. I guess the truth is, with this season of The Ultimate Fighter, I'm going to say this shit honestly. There was like no fucking point of it. And I'm not trying to shit on the guys that are in the finale. I'm happy they get more shots in the UFC. But let's be honest here. Is Cody Gibson or Brad Katona a perennial top 15 contender in 2 years? I don't think so. Is Austin Hubbard or Kurt Holobaugh going to be challenging Islam for the belt ever? No. Whereas you look at Dana White's contender series, you're bringing in potential future champs. The Ultimate Fighter in this season specifically is more of like, hey, let's bring a guy in so he can come back to the UFC for a few fights and then potentially be another washout. Maybe we get, a gatekeeper for the top 40. Like, come on now. Thank you, Zero Balance MMA. I see what you said there. They've really fucking killed Tough. I think Tough should be exclusively prospects. Sure, maybe those prospects do nothing, but for fuck's sake, at least I can have some hope. With guys that we've already seen kind of reach a ceiling. Let's say Cody Gibson wins. He's 35 at bantamweight. He's good. I'm glad he's getting another UFC run. I'm glad he's making some money. But as far as the fan interest of future contenders, it is Contender Series. It is not The Ultimate Fighter. Not even close, The Ultimate Fighter. And that's sad as somebody who loved The Ultimate Fighter as a kid, bro. I was a big Ultimate Fighter fan. I would watch all the seasons. I would always be like, yo, I'm a fan of this guy. You guys remember Jamie Yeager? I was a fan of him on that fucking Tough 11 season. Yeah, he didn't do great with his career, but the hope was still there. At this point, I got no hope of these guys really making any substantial impact to the UFC. Sure, they might get a couple wins. They also might be out in 3 fights. It is what it is. Let's get the next Ultimate Fighter fight broken down. The poll is up in the chat. This one, I feel more confident with my lean on Austin Hubbard. 5 years younger, but I know I picked the older guy in the last fight, so I'm not going to really use the youth advantage as a factor. I just think Austin Hubbard mixes it up better than Holobaugh. I think that he's going to be a little bit faster in the kickboxing game, and I think he'll find takedowns. And I guess for me, him beating Roosevelt Roberts, who early was actually my favorite to win the show. I thought Roberts had a real shot to win the Ultimate Fighter. Obviously, it didn't happen. Austin Hubbard, the guy who beat him, is who I'm going to ride with. I'm going Austin Hubbard to go all the way. I thought Holobaugh had a great fight with Jason Knight, but that's just a barn-burning slugfest. Austin Hubbard's going to give, more of an intelligent MMA style game. They're not just going to sit in there and throw hammers, for the full 3 rounds. I think that Hubbard mixes in takedowns, and I think he wins it on the judges' scorecard. So I am going to go Austin Hubbard to become the lightweight Ultimate Fighter. But like the feeling is the same, man. It's like what I just said. It's like, okay, that's great. He won tough. I'm happy he's making some money, but realistically making a serious impact in the UFC, if I have to give you a prediction, no. And I like Austin Hubbard. My most viewed video of all time was this early video on my channel where I reacted to Max Rushkoff and Austin Hubbard. And honestly, looking back, that video was a horrible production quality, but he got a fuckload of views. So it's just funny to see Hubbard now back in the UFC. So shout out to him because he pulled that win off against Rushkoff, and I think that he beats Holobaugh here. He's UFC caliber at the least. Minus 175 Hubbard, plus 150 Holobaugh. I do think Hubbard wins. I think Hubbard by decision. Plus 165. Over 2.5 is also minus 160. I'm going Austin Hubbard to get his hand raised. That's what I'm thinking. Austin Hubbard. Austin Hubbard for the win, guys. We're going to go the Hubbard side. Money line bet, over, decision prop. At least you got some plus money. I think Holobaugh's tough enough to last the length of the full 3. So I'll go Hubbard on the judges' scorecards. People are on Hubbard as expected. Yeah, Hubbard for the win, man. Those are the Ultimate Fighter fights. That's it. That's the Ultimate Fighter. Fuck it. Hey, thank you, Ryan, for the kind words, bro. I'm going to throw the poll up for the next one. I start feeling my excitement really pick up here. I'm not saying that it's going to be boring, but I think there's a real chance that Katona and Gibson is a bit of a sleeper, especially if Katona is able to control a lot of the time. And then I also feel like on the side of, Hubbard, Holobaugh, who knows? Interesting prelims, dude. I was honestly kind of feeling the only 10 fight card. Give me 10 action-packed fights. But at least fuck it. We got 12. All right, let me scroll up to the next one. Get your votes in here. Gregory Rodrigues and Denis Tiuliulin. This fight should be pretty one-sided. I mean, if Gregory Rodrigues is not able to win this fight, I would kind of be shocked. I think he can knock Tiuliulin out. I think he can also submit him. I think this fight's a round and a half or less. This is going to be a heavy pressure attack by Rodrigues. I don't think Tiuliulin has great punching power. He's got okay volume striking, but he's not a thudding puncher. His shots don't do crazy fucking impact. So I think Gregory Rodrigues probably chooses to strike with Tiuliulin and knocks him out, but note that Tiuliulin has 5 submission losses, and Gregory Rodrigues does have slick jiu-jitsu, which he kind of refuses to use. Rodrigues likes to brawl. He likes knocking people out. That is his game. But if he hurts Tiuliulin and Tiuliulin falls down, I think there's a real chance that he ends up getting the neck and strangling him. But Gregory Rodrigues should definitely win this fight. I think RoboCop's got this thing. As far as the betting odds, Gregory Rodrigues is minus 360 to Denis Tiuliulin at plus 285. With Rodrigues winning it by a KO, plus 150 to the sub at plus 140 to the inside distance at minus 220. You end up picking knockout and then he strangles him. He probably goes for the KO. Hey, what's up, Bad Sticker Club? You're predicting double KO. Yeah, RoboCop should win. You got RoboCop as a lock. He's a high confidence call for me. I'm confident RoboCop wins this thing. I think that he's going to put it on him with the hands. I don't think Tiuliulin has the sting in his shots to keep him off. This should be a pretty clean win for Gregory Rodrigues. I see one-sided fight. Not close. Rodrigues hand raised. Probably an action-packed round. One round fight. The under 2.5, actually, or under 1.5, rather. Minus 205 for under 1.5. I think it's a real possibility this thing goes under. Little chalky at minus 205. It opened up at minus 115. So if you played it then, you're living lavishly. But if you're fucking sitting here waiting to play it at minus 205, that kind of sucks. Hey, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you, man. Let's get it, bro. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Thank you. Don't sleep on the Russian. I think he's a tough motherfucker, but I think RoboCop's got the shit. He really shouldn't lose to Tiuliulin. I mean, he's got wins over Chidi and Njokuani, who's a good striker. Close fight with Armin Petrosian. Beat Jun Young Park, the Iron Turtle, who's surging right now. No, I don't think Denis Tiuliulin beats RoboCop. I think it'd be a real reach to say that. Rodrigues, 84% of the poll is on Rodrigues, as they should be. 84% of you guys should be on Rodrigues. Because that's who's going to win the fight. RoboCop, knockout, action-packed fight. Yeah, this will kick off the excitement Dana knows. I agree with this statement right here. I think so, too. I don't think RoboCop's getting chinned in back-to-back fights. I think he's getting this one done pretty cleanly. I'm thinking in a round. Oh, next fight, we're already at our featured prelim. That's sick. All right, I'm throwing the poll up here. Get your votes in the poll for the featured bout of the night. All right, all right. Let's move on up. Chris Weidman versus Brad Tavares. Featured prelim bout of the night, I should say. Weidman said he felt disrespected that he was on the prelims. And I guess as a former UFC champion, I get what he means. But ultimately, he's 2-6 in his last 8 fights. He's been off for over 2 years. He dealt with a serious leg break. And being the featured prelim is kind of a really good spot heading into a big pay-per-view like this. I've been picking Brad Tavares, but I'd be lying if I don't think Chris Weidman has a chance here. If Chris Weidman's showing up jacked and shredded, there's a chance that he gets single legs on Tavares, has him backed up, and beats him up from top. I've never been an overly impressed Brad Tavares follower, but he's dog tough. He's got a bit of pop in the hands. Normally, he's hard to put away, and he's definitely hard to wrestle. He's a pretty stocky and jacked guy, and Weidman's leg breaks. So I'm picking Brad Tavares to beat him. I think so. But I'm not going to go bet minus 270 on Brad Tavares, for fuck's sake. Betting-wise, hell no. Weidman as a dog bet, I get it. I do get it. We got to see the weigh-ins. I mean, he looks good, at least emotionally, and he seems confident. But we got to see when they face off. And at the end of the day, a guy with a serious leg break over 2 years off, there's so many intangibles. So me picking Weidman would be like a blind call. I got to pick Tavares. And if Weidman proves me wrong and wins, great for him. I would be happy for him. I like Chris Weidman, but he's 39. He's 2-6 in his last 8. He hasn't fought in a long time. He had a nasty leg break. There's so many ugly factors, man. You think Weidman's a great underdog? You think that he's going to smother Tavares? You think it's Weidman's retirement fight? Weidman's saying that he wants to make a run for the belt, but I think if he loses here, this could be it. I'm going to say that Tavares beats him. Can you imagine Tavares knocks him out? Let's look at the props, or rather just the betting side as a whole. I already listed off the money line, about minus 270 for Tavares to a plus 230 Weidman underdog. Tavares by decision is plus 210. Tavares KO is plus 125. Who is Tavares KOing to have a plus 125 tag? Tavares has 5 wins by KO, 2 subs, and 12 decisions. He has not won by knockout since 2018 when he knocked out Krzysztof Jutko. And before that, he hadn't won by knockout since 2011 when he knocked out Phil Baroni. Yeah, he's not a finisher, dude. I'm going decision win for Brad Tavares over Chris Weidman. That's what I think is going to happen here. He's going to be hard to take down. He's going to out kickbox a slower and older Weidman on the feet, and he's getting his hand raised. Maybe he gets a knockout, but I wouldn't bet on it. Money line, Brad Tavares is wide. I don't know. Maybe you throw him in one of the parlays. The more I talk about it, the more I'm like, dude, I think Weidman's going to look bad. Yeah, I don't think Weidman has any more title shots in him either. He's kind of talking like Tony Ferguson, though. 5 fights in a title. He's saying he's going on a tear, so I hope that he shows up and proves that he's got a little steam left, but realistically, I think that Tavares gets a pretty clean win over Chris Weidman in 2023. So Tavares is the people's pick. Tavares is my pick. No surprise with anything there. Let's keep running up. Let's keep on running up the card. Actually, I got to throw the poll up for the next fight before I jump to it. You're playing Weidman. I understand for fun playing Weidman. Throw a little bit. Don't go crazy. And if he wins as a big dog, you'll be ecstatic and you're, supporting your boy. Come on, bro. I don't think so. He didn't look good against Omari Akhmedov. Exactly. Insidious Gorilla just said that. I thought he looked so mid in that fight. And now that's over 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, and a leg break ago. The fuck out of here. Give me Tavares. All right, first fight on the main card. If you guys are watching and you enjoy the content, make sure that you smash the like button and support. If you're new here, this is your first time on the channel, make sure to subscribe. I just smashed past 19,600 subs. And, I'm hoping maybe at the end of this stream, I can hit 19,625. So if you're new here, subscribe to the channel. Keep it locked in with MMA experts. You don't want to miss anything because I got content every single day of the week. It doesn't stop for me. Either it's live streams or videos. I'm here chatting it up with the people. So keep it locked in. And let's get into Marlon Vera versus Pedro Munhoz. I went as far as to say, give me the Chito Vera lock of the night. I think Marlon Chito Vera wins. I think he'll hurt Pedro Munhoz at some point of this fight. And he might drop the first round. So, interesting predicament, right? If maybe you have a bet on Chito Vera, maybe you have him in a parlay, whatever. You're watching this fight live. I think you have your live odds to this, side of you. And you're like, okay, Pedro Munhoz has a good first round, but he's never hurt Chito Vera at all. Then the line starts shifting. I think that's, you attack Vera because Vera is going to come on stronger as the fight gets going. 5 rounds, Chito Vera, I love even more. In a 3-round fight, I think in the second, he really will turn it up. He'll hurt Pedro Munhoz at some point. I think he's going to end up winning on the cards, though, because Pedro is notoriously hard to fucking finish. You look at Pedro Munhoz's resume and you look at some of the recent fights that he's had. Okay, Dominic Cruz, Jose Aldo, no contest with O'Malley. He should have beat Frankie Edgar. That wasn't a loss. Aljamain Sterling, John Dodson, Jimmy Rivera. Nobody's finishing this motherfucker. 7 losses, all by decision. I don't think Chito Vera has a high chance of finishing him. I know Chito has definitely dangerous strikes and his kicks are really nasty and he could land the perfect shot. But he's also gone distance a lot. Chito Vera's decision record is 4-8. All 8 of his losses are by decision too. Ain't that something? I think Chito Vera rights the decision wrongs, starts to get that decision record a little bit more in the green. And I think Marlon Chito Vera is getting his hand raised by a unanimous decision. Judges' scorecards are going to come into play here. And I think that's how Chito Vera is winning. Chito Vera, unanimous decision. Find some dangerous shots. I feel like it's fishy. I just believe Chito's going to win. I'm riding with Chito. You like Chito round 3? You think he's going to make a statement? I'd love to see it. I think Pedro finds ways out of fights. Hey, thank you, bro. Shout out to you riding high in New Zealand. Oh, yeah. It should go long. So then you're like, all right, maybe the over. What's the over at for this fight? Let's see. Money line is -210 now for Vera. It's spread a bit to Pedro at +180 as a dog. The over is -325. Vera to win by a decision. My official method of victory prediction sits at just +110. So not really great lines, man. It were better earlier in the week, but more people are on Vera. Is it a risky lock? Maybe. But what would you guys rather hear? Me go Chito or you want me to ride with fucking Ian Garry or Weili? I don't want to throw -300. Now, the next fight we're going to talk about if it would have been announced earlier in the week, maybe I would have had a lock in that fight. Vera is the winner here as far as the people's pick. So I'm glad to see my people riding with me on the Cheeto Vera side. Fuck yes to that. Fuck yes to that. I'm very glad to see it. Let's go. Let's keep on running up. Let's get to our next fight in just a second. Let me first throw up the poll because I'm jumping ahead of myself. All right, get your votes in. Let's jump to the next fight on the main card. It's Blackshear versus Mario Bautista. I'm picking Blackshear, okay? He's walking around at 152. I think he's going to make weight easily. I think he's better than all of the recent opponents for Bautista. And I know, okay, shit, cutting weight back to back is not optimal, but he's riding high off an awesome submission win. He's a dangerous guy, and not only the grappling, but in the striking too. He can kickbox, but his black belt and jits is nasty. He dictates where this fight takes place. He could strangle Mario Bautista, and I think he could hurt him with the hands. I think Blackshear is being completely overlooked by the bookies for the fact that he's going to be cutting weight twice. But I told you, I know how much he's cutting. 152, he's walking around that before this. He's staying low. This was a planned thing. Nah, Blackshear's got this thing, dude. Blackshear's got this thing. I'm going Blackshear. I think Blackshear pulls this off. I think there's a chance that Blackshear subs him. There's a chance that he ground and pounds him. And there's a chance he decisions him. So, if I'm betting on this one, which I am, Blackshear money line. Just give me the Blackshear money line. Why am I going to fuck around and try to attack a prop and, oh shit, I would have got more. Damn, you got a good money line right now. Blackshear is nearly plus 200. I'm seeing him at plus 195 for Blackshear over Mario Bautista. If we look at Bautista's recent opposition, I'm going to compare some opponents. I did it yesterday, so if you watch this week's Best MMA Bets, it's a reiteration. Guido Canetti, Blackshear destroys him. Benito Lopez, Blackshear destroys him. Brian Kelleher, Blackshear destroys him. Jay Perrin, Blackshear finishes him. Jay Perrin went the distance with Mario Bautista. Trevin Jones, Blackshear takes him out. And that was a loss. Dude, I think there is a real chance that Blackshear is the second best fighter Mario Bautista's ever fought. Yeah, Corey Sandhagen. Okay, he's a fucking monster. He's top line. But Blackshear's nasty on the come up. He's riding a win streak. His losses are not awful. And he's coming off two menacing performances. I like this matchup for him. I think he could outstrike Bautista. Bautista tries to grapple. He ends up getting subbed. We got no props right now available, but give me Blackshear money line. I like Blackshear, guys. We're going Blackshear. He's got some fucking goods, dude. I think he does, man. I think he's going to look good. You got Blackshear and GM3 as dogs. Good luck, bro. I agree, man. I agree. There's some live dogs for sure. Yup. Oh, really? I like the Blackshear dog bet, but as far as the bantamweight tough fight, yeah, I'm not betting it. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible. Blackshear for the win. Let's see what the people in the chat. Oh, I've coerced you guys. You guys are on my side. Blackshear, 54%. I'm talking you into Blackshear, Reggie Pasquale. I should be. I think you should be considering that side. You should be considering that side. Blackshear, that's my call. Let's fucking get it. I agree. He's riding high right now. Give me Blackshear, guys. I think it's going to be impressive. Hey, listen, plus money, whatever you're thinking, brother. You're picking decision. I think it's possible. I don't think it affects the UFC. He took it on real short notice. Occasionally, but I sometimes get fucked on my live bets because sometimes when I use Bet Online, the live bets are just complete garbage. Like it doesn't let you lock the spot in, which I'm like, what the fuck? But when they work, yeah, I do live bet. Guys, I see we got 264 people up in here. I would like to see at least 70 live likes. I should be asking for more, but I'll be sweet. I'll say 70. So if you're watching and you haven't hit that like button, make sure to smash the likes. And I guess I'm not opposed to a Pen Ripskis if the chat fucking supports it. I don't have it on me. I'll have to get my hands on it somehow. Have to make a fucking business call. The chat can let me know. Magny, Garry coming up next. Oh, we well past 70 likes. We got 78. Oh, listen, let's do this. We're at 78 likes with 265 people. I'm going to fucking grab the Ripskis at 100 likes. I'll give myself some time. I don't think it'll fade me up too much because I got my mouth moving beautifully here. You guys want? I gotta fucking grab it though. I gotta grab it. I gotta run out of here and grab it. Should I fucking do a bathroom break? Should I do one of those fucking bathroom break calls? We're at 87 likes. I'll break this fight down and then we'll fucking grab it. How about that? Let's get it. All right, let's get to this fight and then we'll jump into that. All right, featured bout. We got Neil Magny and Ian Garry who went after each other. There was a lot of fucking smack talk. And it seems to me that Ian Garry has gotten in Neil Magny's head just a little bit, right? He's fucking with his mind, talking about how he beats his son and whatnot. And I think that this could cause for Neil Magny to come out a little harder than usual. Neil Magny can be pretty poised with his attack and take his sweet ass time. Ian Garry on the other side is a dangerous sniper. He's got awesome kickboxing at this point. And I've been doubting him a lot on the come up. I've gone against Ian Garry in picks, and I've obviously shit myself when they've, gone the other way. Neil Magny doesn't offer a substantial striking threat. What he does offer is cage control, but that's about it. I don't even see him taking down Ian Garry. Maybe he lands like a flash takedown, gets him down, and Garry pops right back up. I think that Ian Garry is going to knock him out. Feeling second round KO, guys. I'm thinking there's a real chance that Ian Garry puts him out. The thing they were talking about, beating the kids. So I guess Neil Magny, he said, he's a father. And he's like talking about how when you were a kid, you'd get your ass whooped by people or something. And then you'd put a whooping on some kid and your parents will whip you. And now he said that like he's like an expert in giving whoopings because he has like, some kids. And then Ian Garry is like, no, you should never hit your kids, saying that he's like a child beater and shit like that. Yeah, very interesting. Neil Magny's 11 years older than Ian Garry. And I got to say, the youth in this matchup is a big factor. The faster fighter, the more fast twitch fighter. I think it's Ian Garry. And I feel like he's going to end up putting on a pretty A-tier performance. So yeah, give me Ian Garry for the win. And I'm going to call an Ian Garry knockout. Now, looking at the betting odds for this fight, Ian Garry's a 5-1 favorite. He's minus 500. It sucks. Neil Magny, plus 380. I still think Garry wins, though. KO for Ian Garry, plus 110. I like the plus 110 KO side. I think it's real live. Could he end up winning the decision? Sure. Beats Neil Magny on the cards, does less for the stock. He's talking like he's the one selling the whole damn show. I don't think he is, though. I think that Ian Garry is trying to be, reminiscent of the Conor McGregor era. And I think that Garry does beat a Neil Magny here. I don't know how far up he's going to take it. He's 5-1, though. He's such a nasty favorite. It's an ugly ass line. Like, there's nothing positive I can say about it. Hey, Tiratu Paku with the donation, supporting the channel. I appreciate you a ton, bro. Blackshear and Vera are my two pre-weigh-in bets before I seen your vids. Great to see we're on the same side, AJ. Let's go, man. I'm glad that we're on the same side too, my brother. And I hope you're doing well. And I appreciate the 5 Aussie dollars, man. Much love, dude. The dono means a lot to me. There's definitely some Ian Garry hate in the chat. You think he's a delusional narcissist? Yeah, he's pulling a little McGregor-esque. He's getting in his head. I think Ian Garry is going to get a knockout. 5-1. I'm not fucking money lining it. Are you crazy? 5-1. Get the fuck out of my face. I'm going to money line that. But maybe a parlay piece. Long shot. Add it in. Yeah, he probably wins, but 5-1 ain't going to do much in a two-fighter play. More like a 4 or 5. Yeah, he said he's carrying the whole card. I'm like, no, fuck. Come on. Ian Garry's a character. Maybe he's carrying the car for the fucking Ireland folk. But stateside, everybody's coming out to watch Sugar Show. Let's be honest. Every casual I know is on Team Sugar Show. Every casual I know. All right. I told you guys I was going to go grab the fucking pen. I will. It's literally like I know exactly where it is. So I owe you guys a rip. Get me 100 likes while I'm away. Literally 1 minute. I'll be right back. This is like fight companion shit. We're back. Back, baby. I'm back. All right. I told you guys at 100 likes, I'll rip it. Let's see where we're at. 104. I owe it to you guys. Let's fucking go. Beautiful show. Over 270 people. That is a late night live record. Just so you guys know. 270 is a late night live record. It's become one of the most popping shows in the fucking MMA YouTube space. And I'm glad to have my people here. At the end, we'll talk to people's picks too, because I want to review last week. I should do shorts. It would help the channel substantially. I've thought about doing shorts, and I should. Seth Otto, my guy, just popped in to say what's good. Ripping the pen with you. Fuck yeah. But Ian by KO and Sean by KO with Zhang Weili. Money line is plus 12,000. That's crazy. Can't say it's not worth the sprinkle. It's not. It is worth the sprinkle. It's not impossible. I think it's going to happen. $9.99. Thank you, Seth Otto, for the donation. I appreciate that a fuck ton, my guy. Means a lot to me, bro. I should do shorts, man. I got to bring some heat with shorts. What's up, Pick'em? I see you in the chat. All right, so the people, of course, picked Ian Garry. Is anybody surprised? No, no surprise. I'm going to throw up the poll for the co-main event. Somehow we're already at the co-main event. Holy shit. We're already at the co-main. Lemos. Zhang Weili. Zhang. All right, get your votes in and let's jump to the main event of the evening. It's Weili Zhang versus Amanda Lemos. I said co-main event, right? Did I say better not have said main event. Let's restart it. Co-main event. We got Weili Zhang versus Amanda Lemos. And I'm picking Weili. I'm confident that she's going to win and end up strangling Amanda Lemos. I don't like that she's, minus 320 as a favorite. I would rather be looking at, I don't know, minus fucking 200. This matchup, though, is, I think, going to be one-sided. Lemos is a dangerous kickboxer. She rips nasty low kicks. She's got a big overhand. She's fairly competent everywhere. But, dude, Weili Zhang is that girl. She's so strong. She can wrestle. I think that Weili's going to end up strangling Lemos in the third or fourth round. I don't believe that Lemos has the gas tank to go into the later stages of the fight. And that's where I think Weili really comes on strong, is in those later stages. So Weili for the win. I think that she pulls it off. I'm going to say submission on the floor of a kind of fatigued and gashed Amanda Lemos, and hand raised. Let's fucking go. Let's go Weili. I like Weili's chances a lot, man. I think she's coming into her own. She's in her prime right now. She's fighting a girl in Lemos who's, you know, a little bit older, less experience as a pro. I don't think the girl to beat her. I don't think she's dethroning Weili. Like I said, minus 330 for Weili's mad wide. Submission for Weili, though, is playable at plus 300. I'm kind of feeling like she does get a submission here. Now, she does throw heavy punches and she looks for finishes. So there's a chance that Weili puts it on and Amanda Lemos and finishes her off with hands on the ground specifically, because I think she's going to be a lot stronger. I think that early Lemos is her most dangerous. As we get into the second or third round, when fatigue sets in, it's going to be all over. And Zhang Weili for the win. Zhang Weili for the win. Let's fucking go. I'm feeling good about it. Let's see what the poll is talking about. The poll, 80% of the people are on Zhang Weili. Everybody's on Zhang Weili. Not surprised. Not surprised at all. I like Weili by sub. Plus 300. Sneaky for that. I'm confident in Weili. But you understand Lemos cracks and Weili gets hit. Fact. But I don't think she's putting out the lights of Weili Zhang. I just don't believe it. I don't think that's what's going to happen here, guys. Hey, RoboCop, thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. It's coming. It's coming. Much love. I appreciate the kind words. Weili is very well-rounded. She's a smart fighter. I like her game. I like her chances. I like Weili for the win. Now, I do want to get ready to jump to the main event. So I'm going to start getting the poll activated. You guys probably will have a strong debate in chat. I can see there will be a bit of disagreement for sure. I'm expecting for the chat to disagree with my take in the main event. But hey, I'll be pleasantly surprised if you guys agree. I'll be grateful if you guys agree. How about that? All right. You don't think Lemos has cardio, takedown defense weak? I do think she gets put on her back late, and I feel like Weili's finishing her. She got put out by Rose, but at the end of the day, when was that? I don't think it was that recently now. 2021, almost 2 years ago. I think she's turned the corner since then. I'm picking Weidman. All right, main event time. We got Aljamain Sterling versus Sean O'Malley. If you guys haven't, smash the likes. And if you're new, subscribe to the channel. I'm picking Sean O'Malley. I'm going O'Malley. I want to scream it at the end. O'Malley. I believe that Aljamain Sterling has obviously the better wrestling of the two. But defensively, I think Sean O'Malley's quite capable. In the stand-up, he's going to be dangerous with his straight shots, his kicks, his punches, and his knees as Aljamain looks to come inside. Note that Aljamain Sterling does throw a lot of naked kicks with his hands fairly low. A fast counter strike by O'Malley on the chin could put the lights out of Aljamain Sterling. And I believe that Aljo will be surprised by the grappling resistance that he's faced off with by Sugar Sean O'Malley. He's a long and tall guy, 4 inches taller, 1 inch reach advantage, the faster striker. Aljo needs to embrace the grind and wrestle here. And I think that Sean O'Malley's going to have a lot of defensive tricks that give Aljo big problems. He's also the younger man at 28 to Aljamain at 34. Aljo talking about this is his last fight at 135. I'm going to go up to 145. The weight cut's getting tough. I think Sean O'Malley's time is now. I'm going Sugar Show by a KO. He's also got a dangerous guillotine, but it would be pretty fucking insane if he subbed Aljo. I think more likely he puts it together and he ends up knocking him out. So we're going the side of Sean O'Malley in the main, plus 210 for O'Malley, minus 250 for Aljamain Sterling. I like the stylistic clash for Sugar Show. O'Malley to win by a KO, plus 250. I like the money line. Plus 210, just money line it. That's a great side. Sean O'Malley for the W. I think O'Malley's maybe underrated at this point. I got O'Malley pulling it off. O'Malley's going to make people say, holy fuck, when he knocks out Aljamain. Think Aljo sleeps him? I knew there was going to be disagreement in the chat with this one. Ninja choke 100 to 1. Be crazy if you got it. The chat is 52% O'Malley. I'll leave it up for a bit longer. It's even Stevens for the main event. I'm always sleeping on Sterling. You're done doubting him? Hey, I think it's about time that I'm right about Aljamain Sterling losing. And this is the time. This is my call. Aljo taking an L. Aljo's losing. O'Malley. Sean O'Malley. Sugar Show. You already know. It's the motherfucking Sugar Show. Give me the fucking Sugar Show, baby. Let's go. All right. I do want to talk a little bit about parlays in a second. I am going to close out the poll with Sean O'Malley in the lead. Yes, I want the people on O'Malley with me, so I'm closing the poll right now. Let's see what it officially lanes at, man. O'Malley, slight favorite for the people. All right, guys, we're not disagreeing. I mean, there's plenty of you that do disagree. There's a good chunk of you that like Sean O'Malley here. As do I. As do I. O'Malley, baby. What's up, TP1 filler? I see you in the chat. All right, let's talk a little bit about parlays. Let's keep some shit on the safest side. Obviously, tomorrow we'll be getting in depth post weigh-in, so make sure you tune into the weigh-in recap show. #1 weigh-in show on the web. Maybe aside from the actual UFC one, but pretty top tier. I like Rodrigues and Silva. Plus 120. I got a good hunch that this one comes through. Add Weili to your slate, nearly plus 200. Let's see. Do I go Thud Hubbard in here just for fun? Plus 363. Not saying to do that. Try to have, your 2-3 fighter parlays or better. The more fighters you add to those parlays, the more chance it's going to shit the bed for you. And I don't want it to shit the bed for you guys. I don't want it to shit the bed for my people. Yeah. Like intelligent parlay pieces would be confident calls, right? So if you don't want to play Vera, I know some people won't like the money line. What if we got over here? Let's see. Gregory Rodrigues here. Weili here, plus 119. Because I do think that Vera fight probably goes long. Obviously, you guys know I'm on Cheeto Burrito. Cheeto for the W, minus 198, plus 156 there. What percentage would you put Marlon Vera to win? I like him in that 70% mark, dude. I really think he's the more dangerous guy. I think he'll dictate from the outside. I think that Pedro Munhoz gets caught a bit. And I don't think he's going to get put out. But I do think he's going to get hurt. Lenny Menyet, I appreciate you for $9.99. Thank you for throwing me that dono, bro. That means a lot to me. But yeah, about 71%, let's say. Be cautious with the parlays, but there's some ways you can mix and match it. The best way to, do the parlays post weigh-in, in my opinion, is you got all your fucking feelings of like how they look staring each other down and all that. But, we have to, for the sake of the show, talk parlays right now. Imagine you went dog savagery. You said, give me O'Malley. Give me Blackshear. Plus 784. And then you said, all right, I'll trust fucking Gregory Rodrigues. Plus 1,000. That's the one that shits the bed for you. So plus 784 if you go in dog action attack. I think that Brad Tavares beats Weidman, but I understand why people would bet that side. What was Cheeto wearing at the press conference? He's wearing some Cheeto style, bro. He's got that Cheeto burrito swag, He don't give a fuck. You like Holobaugh as a dog? I think that he's going to lose a decision. You got a big bet on Weili. by KO or KO with Sean money line. Sub or KO. That's interesting. I think she gets a sub. Yeah, parlay wise, man, I look more for doing it on this show. Parlays are not my favorite. I like talking about them post weigh-in. That's the best time. We talked about it on this week's Best MMA Bets in Depth. You guys know my takes if you watched that show already for the parlays. And then post weigh-in, we'll get some real final leans. We'll get to see where the confidence truly lies. You go on Blackshear for the dog of the week. I think he's a great underdog. I'm picking him to win. I'm picking them on Blackshear, people. What are we at for likes right now? Let's see. You're at 122 likes. Listen, I'm in a great mood. Let's get 125 likes, and I'll do another fucking ripskis, man. And let's check out this sub count. Sub count currently sitting at 19,610. That's all right. I wanted 19,625, but 19,610, I can't complain. We still got some subs, man. But if you're still here watching, you haven't sub it up, man. Sub it up. Run my subs to that. What? Fucking 19,625. Damn. Who do I dislike more? Aljo or War Machine? No, I'm fucking around. Obviously, I fucking don't dislike Aljo to that level. Come on. You sold on both accounts? What a fan, bro. You're a good man, KZ. 5-5 against Sugar Shorts. That's your record? I still think he pulls it off. Sub it up. What was the Finch parlay? Off the top of my head, I can't think of it. Yeah, I watched the press conference, bro. Ask me anything about it. Ask me anything about the press conference. Jan had 6 minutes of control and 6 takedowns. Mally had 0 control and 0 takedowns, a clear robbery. Styles make fights, bro. Styles make fights. Aljo was still getting fucked up that first time versus Peter Yan. I know, right? You got Karine, Garry, and then RoboCop parlay. I think all 3 of those probably win. They're big favorites, but they all win. I guess besides Karine. I think we're getting finishes too. I liked O'Malley at the presser. I thought he was good. I thought Aljo was trying to talk his shit. He has to play the heel because the crowd boos him. I thought that Ian Garry was really good at first, but then just got slowly more and more annoying when he continued to not let Neil Magny talk. I thought that was kind of fucking dumb. Like, at least let the guy get a couple words in so you can go back and forth. I thought that was kind of whack. I totally get Neil Magny wanting to smack the shit out of him. As far as everybody else, I mean, status quo, not too many questions. It was a pretty mid press conference. I would say the best moments were Garry and Neil going back and forth. O'Malley and Aljo had moments. But yeah, it was definitely no McGregor press conference. Didn't have like any magic to it. You get what I'm saying? Didn't have no magic. No, I think he's going to win by knockout. It's not going to be fixed like that, dude. Fights are not fixed like that. Come on. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to take down Sean O'Malley nearly as easy. Would kind of be nice, right? Kind of deserves it after that asshole fucking take. But he was trying to sell the fight. I get it. O'Malley looks scared. No. O'Malley's not scared, bro. He's just, you got to understand, he's not Conor McGregor. He's not going to sit there and fucking scream and talk shit. It's not his game. I think a lot of people wanted to hear what Magny wanted to say. Media too as well. Wanted sound bites. I agree. I'm like, why are you just constantly cutting them off, man? Let them get a couple words in. Why are we doing that? It's complete bullshit. My opinion, that was immature of Ian Garry. The shit talk was good, but the constantly cutting them off was just dumb. It's just not how you sell a fight, I don't think. Rip and sub it up. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Was not fixed, bro. It's just an arguably bad decision. I'm curious to see how that's going to look on Saturday. I know they just employed the new rules. I wonder how much it's going to be, noticeable during the fights. He won. He won. I mean, even if you thought that he lost, he still made it a very competitive fight. You felt like it was one of those scenarios? I thought it was mad close. Sean O'Malley, I thought looked good. I've been on team Sean O'Malley through and through. I like the Sugar Show to put it on Aljo. I think he can do it. I really believe it, man. You like Bo Nickel versus Garry? Bo Nickel's got to cut down, though, to 170 then, because right now he's up. Yeah. He's really trying to say he's the star son. I mean, maybe he's getting eyes from the UK and Ireland and etc., whatever. But stateside, they're tuning in for Sugar Show. Like, come on. Every casual fan I know loves Sean O'Malley. Damn, KZ, not a fan of him. I don't think he is either. You thought Jeff Neal would have fucked him up? I thought that was a worse matchup for Neal. O'Malley ain't scared. He's just chilled, agreed, and seems to want to let his work in the octagon for the time. That's more his style. He's not a Conor McGregor type shit talker. Okay. In this modern UFC era, I don't think there's been fixed fights. I think there's been awful decisions. And, you know, there's conspiracies that I've had that like the bookies are in on it. If there's substantial bets one way or the other, and if the decision's close, it goes one way over the other. But as far as saying, hey, you have to lose this fight in the UFC at this point, does not happen. GM3 versus Petroski, bro. I'm going to go GM3 for sub. I really feel like Kyle's going to end up beating him, but Nursultan Rizibov is nasty, and I picked him as a dog in his debut. Yeah, no. I mean, maybe he's trying to believe in himself. The Irish fans they had tuned in for O'Malley makes sense. He ain't Conor McGregor, being Ian Garry. He ain't Conor McGregor. He's just trying to, I mean, bro, what is he, 2 years older than me? He's a fucking kid. He's a kid. He'll say dumb shit. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, kind of fucking weak in my opinion, but I still am picking him to win. Bet the house on Aljo. He's talking just like Conor these days. At first, he was nice Conor. He was like this sweet Irish kid. Now he's talking like a jackass. Yeah. Okay. That's fair. Yeah. I'm talking. Yeah. Pride FC was real for that shit. Hey, let me know. What's your parlay this week, Steel C? No, Neil's not a fucking child beater, bro. He's just saying, like, you know, sometimes you got to give your kid a spanking. Fuck a pen, do a dab. That's funny. To be honest, Malley does have a chance. Voucher can't hold him down. I think O'Malley's knocking him out. You guys know I'm going Sean O'Malley. RoboCop by KO or sub more likely. I honestly feel like KO is like 65% with sub at like 35%, but it's possible. Holy shit. I forgot to fucking ask him. Let me text him right now. Let's see if he answers before I log off. Let's see. Let's see if he replies in time. We need it. So I've been saying, if you were here earlier, I know you tuned in a little late, Beavis, so I'll tell you what I was saying earlier. When I started the stream, I said that the reason I am not loving The Ultimate Fighter right now is because it's not really delivering high potential for future contenders. Sure, you could say, oh, but not everybody from Contender Series is a contender. Well, a fuckload have been made as of recent, whereas in recent years, coming out of The Ultimate Fighter, there hasn't been contenders. Look at recent tough winners. They're in and out of UFC fast as fuck. Brian Battle's an exception. He's good. But I feel like this season specifically, veterans versus prospects, never a concept I like. I like The Ultimate Fighter for prospects only. I think they should continue to bring in young blood. I want to see new talent. I want to see guys that have potential to, you know, maybe work their way up the ranks and be some. I don't want to see 35-year-olds. Now, it's not saying 35-year-olds can't kick ass, and I'm not saying that I don't like watching dudes that have 35 fights. It's not what I mean. So don't take it out of context. But I would rather look at a potential flourishing prospect that's 27, 28 years of age gets a win on the Ultimate Fighter, wins the show, built up by the UFC. Maybe a guy who doesn't even win the show, but he sticks around in the UFC and then eventually he makes it high, dude. So yeah, I like Contender Series more. People sleeping on Gerald, best dog of the night with Lemos, your second choice. Good call, AJ. Hey, thanks, brother. You got Lemos, though. You got balls, Robert Salandino. You got balls. Holy shit. Oh, fuck yeah. Dude, the Contender Series fight companions are awesome. We've been getting good crowds in for him, too, man. And it's a nice time. No, he shouldn't. He should be probably like a 2-1, 3-1 at most. Hey, he was calling. He was ready for everybody. Yeah, he might not reply in time. If not, what I'll do if Finch doesn't reply in time, I'll just throw up Finch's picks in the comments. Yeah, I'm just curious what you got, bro. The big plus money. She does hit hard, dude. I agree with that. I just think she's gonna gas and get fucked up on the ground. Everyone been shit talking Chandler, saying he isn't getting the Conor fight. I think he's gonna. I believe it. You like the Tim Means and Fiallo fight. So I feel like Fiallo, I don't know. We've seen it, right? I don't know. I think Tim Means might get him, dude. I don't know why I think Tim Means might choke him. Kind of leaning Tim Means early. Lemos taking the belt. I'm with you there, Robert. Now the Gerald thing, I flipped off him. Interesting, dude. You think Lemos is taking out Weili? I really think Weili wins. Hey, thank you, Casey. I'm glad you're enjoying them. Fuck yeah, bro. I'm excited to see you there, brother. 36, yeah. I think she's on a gas in the later stages, dude. That's what I'm thinking. Karine, Silva, Hubbard, Blackshear parlay. I like the call. I'll create one with that. I got Blackshear. I'm picking all the same picks as you. I'm picking Maryna Rodrigues to get her on the cards. But I like it. RoboCop's chin is suspect. In some sense, if you hit him in the perfect spot, but he's also taking big shots too. He got put out by Bruno Ferreira. Weird fight. Ferreira caught him clean. I think that realistically, he's better than that performance, and I think he's taken out Tiuliulin. Hey, let's go, brother. Hey, shout out to you in New Zealand, my bro. RoboCop inside the distance is plus 105 with an implied probability of 48.8. I think there's more like 60% he gets a finish. I see some good value on the bet. I think he's getting the fucking finish. I think he's getting the finish, dude. I think he's getting a KO. You got it at plus 105. I was seeing minus 210 inside distance. I know he's only walking around at 152. I think he's going to be all right. Ooh. Which barber? Macy Barber? No, a different barber. Esteban Ribovics or a different one? You got to give me the full names. Oh, Brenner versus Ribovics. I'm going Elves Brenner, I think. Beating Garam's huge. I think she takes her out. Yeah, I have her over Lemos, guys. I do think she's a monster. It's going good, bro. How you doing? Interesting. I'm picking Weili. I got Weili. I'm kind of seeing the same thing. Magny for the upset. You heard it here first. All right, Steel C. Guess we'll see. We'll see soon. Oh, I feel like Twerk King gets him on a fucking decision. But Hooper's got the better hands. It's just, can he stop the takedown? Does he end up getting out grappled? Like the high confidence picks or the lock? The lock of the week I called Vera. I like underdogs, Blackshear. And then obviously I picked Meerschaert and O'Malley, 2 as dogs, and Gibson now from here, but wait till the weigh-ins for that one. And then Karine Silva, confidence, Gregory Rodrigues, Weili, Zhang, confidence, obviously Ian Garry, but he's a minus 500. And I think Natália Silva probably wins too. Let's get it. We're on the same sides, dude. Fuck yeah. I'm glad to hear we're on the same sides, bro. I think he loses. And dude, Rosas is going to win. They gave him a guy with limited grappling. Pedro by decision, easy money. I'm on the opposite side. I don't think easy money. I respect it. Listen, Salandino, anything's possible in this game. Hey, much love, Ryan. Brad Tavares, kind of underrated in general. He is very underrated. He's just lost some big fights. But I think that he beats a 39-year-old past his prime Weidman. I like this one. I think it happens for you. You think Ian, Silva, and Brad are solid locks? Yeah, I think Weidman might be finished. It might be game over. Hey, thank you, bro. I'm glad you subscribed to the channel. Much love. Let's see what the sub count is at. Hey, 19,615 subs. That's a very successful late night live, if you ask me. Fuck yeah. I'll bring up the rankings for you. Let's see. Out of the top 8, I think he's most competitive maybe with a Jeff Neal. I'd rather see him fight a Luque. I think Neil Magny's the right fight right now. And if he beats him, we'll judge it off that. No, I think he's a fun fighter, but not a future contender. Hey, I think it probably hits, bro. I'm gonna say he gets the KO. I'm gonna say he gets a knockout win. Brooklyn Lou, Ian been training in Brazil and predicted choking Magny out, sub plus 650. That's crazy. I don't think it's easy to sub Magny, but shit, if Ian Garry did, it's like, damn, okay, he's got a well-rounded game. That would up his stock as a contender. I think so. Is RoboCop overrated? No, he's rated properly. He's a fun guy to watch. Oh, fuck yeah. He's dangerous as hell. Silva, Rodrigues, Weili, and O'Malley. I mean, it's going to be crazy plus money. So for the Hail Mary, I think it's possible. Yeah, I think this is right. RoboCop is good versus the right opponent. I agree with that. That's a badass play, dude. Good luck. I think he's going to put the hands on him, but maybe. Oh, I love that fight. I love that fight. Yeah, I'm nervous for it too because I called Marlon the lock. It's like this weird, dude, because he can beat good guys and then lose to not as good guys. Or I'm just glad that we got good action for the next several weeks. Cards coming with fire consistently. Super consistent. You like Giga all day? I think that Marlon's going to win, dude. I agree. I don't know. Dropping my pick Sunday. Stay tuned for the official pick for that one. I don't want to give an early lean because it's so close. I'd rather just do an official pick. Hey, good late night live today, man. Holy shit. We got some great viewership. We got 143 likes live. Let's get it to 150. So smash that like button if you're watching. I appreciate you guys tuning in. What do you think about the 2 girl fights? I'm picking both Silvas, and I'm looking forward to it. Hey, Sam Kobanice. It's going good, bro. You think Cheeto might lose? He's too inactive. I think he wins. Brad versus Chris probably goes distance. Yeah, with Brad getting a decision. Can't wait for Hamza. Oh, fuck yeah. I'm stoked. I'm stoked. I'm saying wait till the weigh-ins, but right now I'm on Gibson. I like Blanchfield off, dude. Blanchfield's my girl. I ride with Blanchfield. You guys know I'm on the fucking Blanchfield chain. fucking fan base, bro. I'm on the train. I think Weidman is a dangerous guy, but at the end of the day, past his prime by a fair amount. Way past his prime. And I think that's the way it's going. Oh, Blackshear's my guy. Give me Blackshear for the win. That's a badass play if you play it. Good luck. I would say most people, even if they know how to punch. Right? They just went at it, bro. Just slugfest. Bare knuckle girls are next level crazy. I mean, it reminds me of Tony Ferguson saying it. Honestly, I don't think it happens. I'm feeling like he wins. Dude, both guys never been finished. I got distance. Oh, yeah. I'm going to do a full card breakdown for next week's card on Sunday. I'm doing a fight companion Saturday for UFC 292, so tune into it. For Whitaker, I mean, I'm cool with him fighting maybe Sean Strickland, assuming Strickland loses to Adesanya. I'm cool with like Apollo Costa fight even. The winner of or the loser of Hamzat Costa could be next for Whitaker. You want me to rip a pen? You guys want me to do a pen ripski? I'll do one last pen ripskis before I get out of here, but give me at least one more like, so smash it. Yeah, Blackshear looking good at weigh-ins. I think he will, and I'm excited to see it. God bless. God bless. Absolutely beautiful. The final pen rip of the night. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the late night live. I enjoyed chatting it up with you guys for the past almost hour and a half. When I get up out of here, I'm going to throw timestamps up for the replay gang, or for some of you in the chat, maybe that haven't seen it already. And then obviously I know plenty of viewers will be watching after it's uploaded. So make sure to keep it locked in on the MMA Experts channel. Weigh-in show tomorrow, which I can't wait for. So tune into the recap. And yeah, much love. I appreciate you guys. Thanks everybody for tuning in and supporting. Much love to my family up in here. Make sure you guys smash the likes. If you're new, subscribe. Keep it locked in right here at MMA Experts. Where else are you going to go? This is the spot. Content every day of the week. You don't want to miss it. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'm up out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the weigh-in show. Peace.